Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome again to Ron's Opinion. Don't matter. Nope, it don't. It really don't matter. No, I'm just messing around. God bless every one of y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Give me a second because I'm trying to look at something real fast. But I hope y'all having a blessed, wonderful day. I really hope all is well. Hope God is blessing y'all. God is good. Man. Hopefully, you had a good holiday weekend with all that good barbecue, whatever else comes with that. Today, we're probably gonna get a little bit of stops. Looks like some of the stock market has went down, not drastically, but what's up, Justin? How you doing? God bless you. Welcome in, welcome in. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it very, very much. Don't look like the stock market is down just a little bit, not really much. Well, it was anyway. Right now, it's look like it's tampering back on the upswing. When I say that, I mean I'm talking about my account, not someone else's. I mean, not the whole stock market. I just base that off of the things that I have money invested in. But I'm preparing myself for the Fed's meeting because I don't know how this is going to go. It looked like, excuse me, because I'm a little bit under the weather, so to speak. But it looks like the Feds might be lower interest rates. And right now, and I think they should. And I really think they should lower it pretty good. Because right now, cars selling like they should. Houses are not moving like they want them to. A lot of the effects of what we was dealing with for the last 4 years are really coming to full throttle, which is expected to understand anything about this economy. That's why the Feds had to raise up the interest rates to force the prices of goods, hopefully, somewhat, to come down when you're based on that they hand out to everybody. So now that these car dealerships, and I'm not sure how this is going to play out 100, but a lot of these car dealerships going to have to back off these prices some more. God bless you, Queen. God bless you, Queen. Hopefully all is well with you. Hopefully all is well with you. Yes, and everything is good. It's a little under the weather, but I'm gonna be all right. I mean, God is good. Um, yeah, as it relates to the Fed's meeting, I think it's September the 17th is when they actually supposed to talk about the interest rates. I went and checked, but sometimes I went and checked. That's the date that I came up with, but that don't mean that's 100% guaranteed. But um, that's what they got it scheduled as. And I say the reason why to me when I just based on the history of what I've been seeing, um, I watch a lot of times you're gonna see the stock market pullbacks, what they call pullback, because of the fact that they're trying to see what the Feds are going to do. Rather, they're going to lower interest rates, pause them again, or and there's always a possibility of raising them. You just don't know. But if I'm looking at the car dealerships where they're not moving cars like that, I'm looking at the housing market where it's not moving that much. So therefore, if you're trying to buy a house or sell a car and stuff, and a lot of this stuff is based off of loans, you're gonna have to bring those prices of those cars down in order for people to be able to afford them. And the same thing with the houses. This is the reason why one of the reasons why the Feds do what they do when it comes to raising interest rates. So these banks can stop handing out money and giving out loans to property and cars that don't have that same value. But yet people with their ignorance will go buy it anyway. And it happens. It happens all the time. People go look at a house, they like it, they do this. And I'm not saying anything wrong with buying a house. I'm just telling you that this is what happens. They go look at a house, they all excited about the house, and they do this. The person offers you put in an offer for the house, somebody else put an offer in the house, you put a bid offer and everybody's bidding on these houses now. Somebody who bought that house probably way more money than it really is worth. They had an appraiser come in. The appraiser said one thing, probably inflated the price. I don't know because it happens more than y'all know. This is the very same that they tried to go after Trump with. But yet every freaking real estate company, appraisers all do the same thing across the board, no matter what. And all happens the same thing. But this is what they tried to go after. But yet you would have to luck up, just about everybody in America that does that, because everybody does it. The thing is, you would have to look at appraisers, not the person that said it was, the one that appraised it and said it was. Not like, let's say Trump says there's something worth this, and the banks send the appraisers, they look at all of that stuff and say, oh no, it's worth this. That's where they make their deals at. Not, don't mean that's going to be 100% correct. It's just where they make deals at. It's the same thing with when you go to buy these cars, you go buy these houses and stuff like that. A lot of these people purchase houses that they pay way more money than the house is actually worth, but they that the appraiser was correct in its value, its assessment of the value of the house. So a lot of the times when the property value starts to drop, now your house is worth less than what you paid for. And some people are trying to, even to get out of these houses, they can't get what they wanted for it because they upside down in it now. Same thing happens with a car. Somebody go finance a car and you haven't finished paying for that car. Then you go try to trade that car in. You still owe money on that car. These dealerships will say, oh yeah, we work it out. All they did was roll money, that money that you owed in that car into the S car. Now you pay way more money for the second car did for the first car, and now you even deeper in the less of the compared to the value of the car and what you actually paid for. What's up out the pit? God bless you, brother. God bless you. Welcome in. Welcome in. You on this live, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Yes, I decided to do my live today like this because I like doing it like this one. It keeps most of the trolls away. When I'm ready for the trolls, I go get them. When I do it like this, I know I'm only going to get the regulars because this is where I like it when it comes to what I'm talking about, because that turns into more of an interference than anything. I can't, you'll see how it goes. For those that be on the lives and watching the channel and stuff like that. But yeah, it's so that's why even now, back to what I was saying about the Feds talk about the interest rates. I always tell people that you don't know how this is going to go, but I'm gonna hold on to some money because I know in most cases the stock market takes a dip. Some near it, sometimes after it. It depends on what the Feds say, what they do. So I try to hold on to a little bit of money to be able to buy at the moment that they say something, just like I would if they would start, like when different companies announce their earnings. I'll wait and see when it's going, what their stock price is going to do. And if it drops a whole lot, then I'll usually just say, okay, you know what, I'll take the risk and go in a little bit heavier on that particular stock. And these are the moments look for as opportunity to buy stock because you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know. So these are the ones I look for. They don't guarantee that they're going to drop. It just guarantee that it's, it more probably will. And it usually temporary. But then I go in and I'll buy more. And then I'll wait it out. And, for the most part, it's worked out. Not every time. I'll tell you right now, it's been sometimes I'm like, I got stuff in my account right now and it's still basically in the red, but it's still doing all right. It's still paying me dividends. If I add in the dividends, and most of them I'm already in the, if you add in the dividend, then dividends I've been collecting, I'm more likely in the green, even though looking at it overall right now, I might be sitting in the red. So it doesn't something that I'm holding, and let's say I'm down overall $60. But if I go look and count the dividends that I've gotten in that company and it says $200 to $300, technically not down. It just looks like it on the screen. But when I count all the money I've gotten back in dividends, for the most part, I'm in the green with it. But that's why I look for the Feds. And September the 17th, the Feds are going to talk about what they're going to do on interest rates. In my opinion, they're going to have to lower. They have to lower because the housing market and the car market, if they don't do it now, it's going to be detrimental to them. Right now, it's going to be detrimental. You're trying to get rid of your house, or you're trying to sell cars, they moving some cars. But in order for them to really start to selling cars, the Feds are going to have to lower those interest rates. If not, because even at the price, a certain point where you lowered the price of the cars to the point where you're not making money off of it. So that's where lower interest rates can help with that by saying, okay, we can still sell the car at a lower price and still make some profit because the interest rates allow them to be approved for the loans that's a little bit higher because the interest is low. Now, that's the reason why I tell people the other thing you might want to always do is keep your credit straight. And that's real talk, especially if you get ready to go out here and buy something like a car, a house. And it's a different world for somebody that has good credit and somebody that don't. Like car dealerships love people that have bad credit, suspect credit. They're gonna clean, they're gonna wipe the ground with you. Come in there and they know you got credit issues, they're gonna play the psychological game. Oh, we're here to help you. We're gonna help you get in this car. We're gonna make sure you get in this car. Man, they done played with so many numbers. You done paid more for a car, a high interest rate for something that is not worth it. But some of us need cars. We need vehicles. We gotta do what we gotta do in hopes that we can overcome it. Don't always play out that way, but that's exactly why people go into those cars, financing them and stuff like that. It's because you're basically trying to race against the clock and try to overcome it. But then a lot of times you don't. The cars start giving you other issues, and it's just starting to consume your pockets. That's why I drive mine until it dies. And that's real talk. I've had the same vehicle for 10 years. And I used to didn't be like that, but I had to change my mentality. Before, I'd be lucky to have a vehicle for 3 to 4 years. I don't lease vehicles, but I do buy them. Sometimes I pay cash. Sometimes I have financed. The vehicle that I have now, I financed it. I think I had a 5 or 6 year loan on it. I paid it off in 3 years. I was determined to get rid of that. Matter of fact, I had 2 car notes, and I was running through all of them as fast as I could because I don't like paying interest. I don't like giving people free money. Okay, I understand we made a deal. You gave me a loan, but I'm going to do everything I can do, sacrifice as much as I can do to get out of this loan as fast, as soon as possible. And that's pretty much what I've done. I've never had finance and actually paid for it in the length of time that it was scheduled to be paid for. No, I'm always beating that clock. Thank God I am. Because I don't like it. Excuse me. I really don't. Oh man, but for those that are on this live, please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it very, very much. It's a very slow day. Yesterday was a lot going on. By the time I closed that video out, it was over 12,000 views. The chat was just going crazy. And I've had days like that where, just the chat was just one time, 42,000 views. One was like almost 40,000 views. And I know it's getting more and more. And so, but what I could go in and do it today like that too. But even me personally, I said I got to pull myself out of it before it allow me to be too consumed into it. So that's why a lot of times I'll switch it up. And yeah, they not all of them. I got a buddy that sells cars. He works for a Ford dealership, but not and out the pit. I agree with you. I'm going to say 95% of our dealers are exactly what you said. There might be a few that's honest, but vast majority of car dealerships are exactly what you said. And I ain't gonna lie, you absolutely. Now, only reason why I say I got a buddy of mine that works for a car dealership, and one thing I can say about him, knowing him personally, he tries to make sure he can't always play with the prices. Oh yeah, that is by far the worst. He can't always play with the prices, but he does make sure that you're getting what you pay for, and he make sure you don't get scammed. And if he knows some issues with cars, that because they looked at the car where he worked at, he'd be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. He's like, you don't want that. He'll tell me, right, you don't want that. As much as listen, here's the thing. He's a good salesperson. He sells a lot of cars. But one thing about him, he's not in it to just sell you a car and get quick money. He'll tell you in a minute. He's like, nah. He said, listen, I can't tell you what to buy, but I don't think you're going to want that. And he will try to do everything he can do to make sure if you're buying something worth buying. Because and honestly speaking, the customers, the people that have purchased cars through him as a salesperson, they come back because they appreciate his honesty. And that's why he outsells everybody he works around, because he's honest. He tries to now. Don't get me wrong; it's not going to always go 100%. He's trying to make sure ain't nobody buying no junk or some piece of crap. But he consciously trying to make sure that you're getting what you're paying for. And if he see there's an issue with a car, especially with a used car, he'll be like, no, don't do it. I've seen him do it. I watched him do it because he has a conscience. He just don't want people buying stuff. He said, man, they buy that and it's an issue with it. Now I look like an idiot. He said, I'm not doing that. It's one thing to do it and you don't want to do it as a company. He said, I'm not doing that as an individual. He said, I do my best to try to make sure people getting what they pay for and get the best bang for their buck as much as I can possibly help. But that's because I know him personally. But outside of that, I don't, yeah. But see, because I'm educated in the world of finance, educated in the world of buying cars and stuff like that, I let them play the game and then I get them all out the way when it's done. Because I've always, for the most part, tried to keep my credit straight. I mean, I've had issues at times, but for the most part, I kept my credit straight. So when I go to buy, I don't put no money down. I'm going to negotiate the cheapest I can get. I'm going to let you lie to me and tell me my interest rate is this and that and that. Once I'm done getting everything done through you, then I'm going to take the chunk. This is what I do. This is what I would suggest anybody do. Don't ever put money down on the car if you're going to buy a car. Don't do it. If you got $5,000, $6,000, don't put it down on the car. Don't do it. Go in there and get 100 in finance. This is just me. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying what I would do. You go buy the car. Let's say the car, I'm just using numbers. $10,000, $15,000 car. Let's say you go in there and you buy it $15,000. They do all that stuff. Let's say you got $6,000, $7,000 in cash to put down on the car. Don't do that. You negotiate. You get that car cheap as you can, and then you do that. Once you get that car and it's your car, then you go to your own bank, your code, and you refinance that car. Make the first, second payments you're going to be making, keep the payments, and go refinance that car. But when you go refinance that car, take that chunk of money that you got and put it in there then, and then let them refinance the loan. That way you only paying that way, because these slicksters will take that money, that bulk of that money, and they will try to make it look like they'll say, oh, you need this much money down, you need that much money down. All they doing is making numbers. That's what they're doing. And it'll look like you didn't put nothing down on that car. That's why I don't put money down on cars. Nope. I want 100% finance. Because I'm going to take, if I got $6,000, I'm going to go back to my bank. I'm going to let y'all do it from y'all. Whatever y'all do, that's cool. Once I'm done with y'all, then I go back to my bank. I say, yeah, I want to refinance this loan. But I don't need the whole amount. I got $1,000. I got $7,000. I want to refinance the balance of that. And then they'll give it to me and I'll pay, bam, and that'll be it. And then I'll lower my payments every month. That's how I do it. Not play with these cars. I'm not even going to play the game with y'all because I know y'all slicksters. So once I figured out what they were doing, I said, okay, how do I counter? And that's how I counter. So I'll go to my bank and say, I want my bank and get the loan. I'll just let them go through that and try to get, especially if you got good credit and they're offering discounts and rebates and all this other stuff. I take all that. Give me that. I don't care about, I want the lowest price hit. And then when I flip around and go to my bank and I refinance it, I put that difference down on it. I said, nope, I only read it. And then bam, it'll be paid off over there. I'm paying a loan in my bank. My payments are less cheaper. And the money went to the actual loan and not y'all trying to manipulate numbers. That's it. That's how I do it. Because I know y'all slicksters. Definitely, out the pit is right. For the most part, all of these car salesmen ain't crack. To his statement, ain't crack. That's why I do it the way that's the way I do it. If I have to. Sometimes they didn't play that game. And honestly speaking, when I bought my truck and another car that I had, I didn't have to deal with that. They did the job the way they did it the way it was supposed to be done. I didn't have to do no changes. But if I know you being slick and I don't like what you're doing, then I'll just go bam. But when I bought my truck, they didn't do that. And actually the last 3 vehicles, I didn't have to worry about that. It actually went the way it was supposed to go. And I was cool with it. It did. It went the way it was supposed to go. They didn't do no slick stuff. They didn't try to be underhanded and stuff. And I was like, all right, cool, we're good. Again, but I don't let the loan keep going. I'll pay that off as fast. I tell people, pay it off as fast as you can. Your mortgage, same thing. Pay it off as fast as you can. Always put more money on your mortgage. I don't care who you are. Always put more money on your mortgage. You don't see the difference in the beginning, but you'll see it down the stretch. In the beginning, it's going to look like you ain't doing nothing. But after you hit that, first of all, you can pay your house off way faster than that 30 years if you got a 30-year mortgage. You go look at what your principal going to be every month and try to double up your principal. Not the interest, the principal. So let's say your mortgage payment is $1,000 and your principal is $100. You put another $100 on that principal every single, if you can. I know that's tough for a lot of people. But if you can't, put $5, put $10. Always always put a little bit more money on your mortgage whenever you can, because that money is going straight to your balance, and it's not going to be more charged interest rates. And over the stretch of that loan, you might end up paying your house off for 20 years as opposed to 30 years. And if you do real better, you might 15 years. You should not have to wait 30 years to pay off your house, because all of that stretched out. By the time you look at the amount of interest you're going to pay on that loan, you done paid for that house 3 times. 3 times. The way you try to beat that is to always put more money to your principal every single month. I don't care if it's $5, $10, I don't care if it's $20, $100, $50. Do it every single month. Every time you make a payment, put something to your principal. From day one. From day one to your principal. And they'll guarantee you that you'll look down the road like, oh, snap. I'm 3 years into my mortgage, and I've only been paying it for a year and a half, 2 years. You'd be surprised. Like I'm 3 years into my mortgage, and I've only been paying it for 2 years. 5 years down the road. Oh, I'm 7 years into my mortgage, and I'm only at 5 years. 10 years down the road, like 10 years, I'm 5 more years, I have my house paid off. Well, I can tell by the way it's going. That's it. But again, I'm not going to be very long today. Not that I have a whole lot to do, but I just want to come on live and just let y'all know that today is one of them days I'm really I wanted to tell y'all that, you know, if y'all interested in buying stock or you're interested, make sure y'all paying attention to what the Feds are about to do. September the 17th. If you invest, probably hold some cash from it. This is what I'm gonna do. Just try to hold on to some cash. Don't mean it's going to drop a lot, but it probably will. Yeah, pretty much. I agree with you out the pit. I agree. It does, if that. But like I said, I'm not going to be too long today. But I just want to get in here and let y'all know, like, keep an eye on the Feds if you're a person that invests. Keep an eye on. We're out of, for the most part, out of earnings season, but it'll eventually come back up around that time too, or a little after. And watch it. If you buy crypto, usually Sunday night, or like yesterday was Monday night, but somewhere around Sunday night, I always see it falls hard, and that's when I usually buy it. Like I said, none of this is an advice for anybody to do or buying and stuff like that. I'm not a financial advisor, but this is what I've been noticing. So I'm telling y'all this stuff because these are the things that I notice with crypto. Every Sunday night before Monday morning falls, every Monday morning. And that's why I go that route. I wait it out, see it Sunday, and see if I see something. And I have some cash ready, and I'll buy some stuff. And the same thing, stock market. We're getting close to the Feds. They're probably going to drop more. I don't know. When they start talking about these CPI numbers and stuff like that, we don't know. Consumer price index, all that to happen, and you're going to see the stock market kind of do a lot of weird stuff. And all I tell people to do is, along with myself, just prepare for it. And if it works out for you, you're going to be. But with that said, I'm getting ready to get up out of here. And like I always tell you, make God first. If you don't do anything in this world, make God first. God is good. God is great. And I wouldn't want it any other way. Thank God for my relationship with him beyond anything I can say or do. I didn't really want to I didn't have a whole lot to say today. I got things to take care of, but I wanted to get in here and just give everybody an idea of investment-wise what my intentions are. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. I'm out of here. Peace.